What's up, YouTube? What's going on? This is Sakio Castro back for another review. I took a little hiatus, had a little Thanksgiving with the family, and was managed to get my hands on something very important to me. It's a big find for me, and I'm so happy and I'm glad that I got it. I talked about Spider-Man villains in the past, and I know that I'm running down to a lot of the Spider-Man lineup and Marvel Universe lineup that Spider-Man deals with. There's 2 or 3 characters I have not got my hands on, but I will hopefully by the end of this year. But one of them I've been seeking and just kind of putting off for a while was a character that I truly love. You know, growing up as a kid and even as an adult, it still amazes me how badass this one particular villain is. And out of all the memorable villains, he's one of the ones that have evolved over time and kind of like refreshes itself just like Spider-Man does, and that's Venom. Earlier I did a review about Venom and how I was very disappointed with the articulation that Hasbro gave us. But of course Venom evolves and so does its character, so I think this is appropriate that I bring out your buddy, Stretch and Strike Venom. I talked about it in some reviews, talked about how getting them, and thankfully I found them on eBay. I had a really good price. I wasn't prepared to pay 25 or 20 bucks, so I managed to pay half of that. So, congratulations to me. Got it online. Could not find this in the stores, no matter how much I tried. So there's characters out there that are all over the internet, but they don't show up over here where I'm from in Central Florida. So between Central Florida and South Florida, I haven't found anything. I haven't gone north of here, but it seems to be the same when I visit certain areas. So, cool thing about Stretch and Strike Venom is you'll notice that he comes with what looks like an old Eddie Brock head Venom, and he's kind of like the arm that stretches out. That's the Matt Gargan right there, which is also the same image you get with the other Venom from this lineup that you get. And if you take a look, this is also Matt Gargan because it's got the eyes. Now, Matt Gargan originally is Scorpion, and he somehow managed to become Venom. I guess through the Thunderbolts and Norman Osborn, he convinced Scorpion, who hates Spider-Man just as much as Eddie Brock, to take the symbiote. I think after Eddie Brock's death. Doing a review. I'm pretty sure if you've seen this review from other people, you'll notice that the prototype in the back is not as cool as what you get with it, right? Apparently the Stretch and Strike arm that you get seems to be some sort of latex arm and has no detail whatsoever. Obviously has no articulation, but it's just like a Venom dildo looking thing. In the back you can see how cool it is. The eyes are painted white, the teeth are white, and has the same gloss that the rest of the body of Venom has. This Stretch and Strike is one of the newer end models because it got rid of the Fiercest Foes, which is the battle cards that Spider-Man had, and it shows you the newer Spider-Man characters you can find. I've seen these, but really this is the only one that I cared about was the Ben Reilly version. So to get all those other Spider-Mans, that's something for little kids. Obviously this lineup is made for little kids, but growing up like myself who collect Marvel figures and want to partake in the Marvel Universe, these are the more than meets the eyes characters in disguise. So without further ado, let's get this man open. Here he is, the one and only Venom. So this is rubbery latex and hard plastics. The plastic is made of the same material as the body. The rubber latex is made of feels like a balloon. And there he is, Stretch and Strike Venom. He's obviously a lot bigger than the other Venom. So let's talk about some articulation here. Obviously he has a very stiff, ball jointed shoulder, as you can see right there. There you go. He's got the ball jointed elbow, no wrist articulation whatsoever, and the legs also ball jointed leg and what looks like a ball jointed hinged knee, no foot articulation. I think this character was built off the Rhino figure from the same lineup, the Spider-Man lineup. So let's pose him like a gorilla style, which is what he is. There he goes. So let's stretch and strike Venom. Of course, he's got the Beetlejuice head on the stick. Yeah, that's what it does. Look, I'm eating your head. Yum, 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 yum. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now, I talked about Venom in the past and his incarnations. Now, this is the Matt Gargan one, which is Matt Gargan right there. Then you have the other Venom, which is Eddie Brock right there. Then you have other figures, symbiotes, like Carnage. Put them over here. There you go. So you have those characters there. Then you have the big man, the lizard, which is Doc Connors. You have Rhino, also. Let me see if I can come over here. Then you have the goblins. The hobgoblin. And the green goblin. And of course you have the original Spider-Man, Public Enemy #1. Oh yeah, and then, you know, let's not forget crappy Doc Ock. Yeah, you deserve to be on the floor. Now, this is my collection so far in regards to Spider-Man, and I'm missing Electro. So if anybody out there has Electro and would like to sell to me, you know, I'm glad to buy an unopened Electro. There's two versions, obviously. There's a matte one, there's a glossy one. I don't care which one. I just never got Electro when he was in the stores. So, you know, these are all the Spider-Man foes. Spider-Man in the middle. Let me not disrespect Doc Ock that bad. I'll put him back up here somewhere. I guess it's not really working out for Doc Ock. So, anyways, yeah, I have the Spider-Man collection. Craven will be out hopefully by, you know, sometime in 2012, and I'm looking forward to that. And of course, there is also characters like the Shocker, which is missing from my collection. And you know, I've been collecting Spider-Man figures. Or Marvel Universe figures this year, and I want to start off a new year and make sure I get everything that I need. Don't think that I'm done with the Spider-Man universe, but I will be moving on to X-Men or maybe Iron Man. I'll see which one I get into. X-Men has a lot of goodies that just came out. Obviously, the Sentinel is one of the big ones from San Diego Comic-Con of earlier this year. You've got the new wave, which has, I believe, standalone Magneto, Ultimates Magneto, Iceman with the First Class X on his uniform. You also have Wolverine, Astonishing Wolverine, and I think you have Beast coming out either this year or beginning of next year. So 2011 was a good year. These are all the figures that I've collected, figures that I'm pretty proud of, and were really hard to find. Like I said, my buddy right there, the Matt Gargan Venom, was also very hard to find. You know what? I always wanted to do this. Let me see if this will work. Yeah, there you go. Say, folks, say hello to the real Venom. Yeah, the Matt Gargan head. It goes well on the other one too, so don't think that things can be switched around. And that's what I always thought was cool, especially when I did like the Carnage, Ben Reilly. You know, Marvel and Hasbro is a really good mix. They have a flair for, you know, 3 3/4 inch figures. Obviously, they've been doing G.I. Joes for years, but believe it or not, a lot of the Spider-Man figures, they don't have G.I. Joe posability or even G.I. Joe joints. Doc Ock actually doesn't. I think they may have a couple of G.I. Joes like him. But I think he comes from the Star Wars line because he's very small and frail. And I think the same thing goes for the Carnage and Scorpion. So characters like this, they share similar body parts or similar articulation to some of the Star Wars figurines, which I know some people collect. And judging by the quality that has kind of evolved in this lineup, I think the next logical step is to bring the whole Marvel Universe to life. I think they shouldn't stop to just Spider-Man. I think they should dig deep into X-Men. Like, I know X-Men has a lot of figures in the Marvel Universe, but to have like an X-Men line, I know Wolverine Origins was that lineup, but it was so short-lived, and obviously having Hugh Jackman on the cover of something kind of pisses you off as a collector, because it's like movie propaganda. But you know, there's Havoc and other Marvel Universe / X-Men figures that could do a lot of justice to these 3 3/4 Hasbro figures. So this is my review. I will be doing, of course, Mary Jane Watson from the Marvel Universe lineup, along with the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, Spider-Man, Firestar, and Iceman. But that's gonna transition me into the X-Men. So my next review will probably be my last Spider-Man review until I receive the Shocker and Kraven. So I want to thank everybody for watching my videos, listening to me ramble and rant on about these figurines, but I put a lot of heart in them, and obviously I just hope you guys enjoy the review. I hope you guys are able to see a little bit more into the Marvel Universe world. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the 6-inch Marvel Legends. Marvel Universe is my thing, and judging by all these figures, it's done a lot of justice for me. So I'm really happy with this collection. I thank everybody out there for the support. Continue to view my videos, subscribe, don't be afraid. I'm going to be reading your comments, and I thank all and everyone for watching. So enjoy, subscribe, tune in next time. I will be doing Mary Jane Watson, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Spider-Man,